And it is what it is. I'm not here to tell y'all have to. But to say that they need to desegregate themselves, that's easier said than done. I think it's a cop-out to throw the whole entire movement or throw the whole entire group away. It's not right.
I think it's
bro. Let me finish.
I thought you were done. Go ahead. Thought you was done.
It's like we can make that argument about any group to tell them, hey, look, either you separate yourself from them because they hijacking your movement, or we're gonna completely disengage from it. That can be said about anybody. So I don't think it's fair to label an entire group that way especially when you don't know the overarching message that comes from that community. You know what I mean?
Well, let me raise this question to you, Sweeney.
But hold on 1 second. It's hard as a person who has, if you just going from the clips that is on your timeline, and you're not taking the time to, let's say, go listen to an entire Jordan Peterson or even Kevin, God rest his soul. You didn't take the time to go back before he got popular and listen to when he was talking to men, right? When he was trying to get men together. If you don't take the time to go do that and you're just looking at what is in front of you, your perception of the manosphere is going to be tainted and it's going to be
right.
negative.
But let me ask you a question. Wait.
It's them.
No. So
hold on.
Here's the thing. Whose fault is it that somebody is too lazy to go hear an entire message rather than get it from clips?
That's what I just said.
Is it the manosphere problem? Or is it the person that's watching that only cares about the clips and don't take the time out? Because here's the thing. Kevin Samuels even said in his clips, watch a whole show.
Yep.
He tells them all the time, just watch a whole show.
But Sweeney, there's a problem with that. And this is because
what's the problem with that?
Hold on. This is what I tell people in my coaching group, a social media coaching group. Everything that comes out your mouth is a representation of your brand. I always say, every time you post a 1 minute clip, I don't care if it's 30 seconds, that is a representation of your brand. You got to understand, people have the attention span of a goldfish. So they're going to see one clip of what you said. They're not going to go watch your stuff.
Here's the problem.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done. So Kevin Samuels was wrong. We like, they didn't watch my video.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with what you said.
I'm not done. If I take a sip of Pepsi, that's what Pepsi tastes like. I don't need to drink the whole bottle to know if I like Pepsi or don't like Pepsi.
Mr. Lego, no.
Hold on, wait.
I don't agree with that.
Let me respond to that. Here's the problem with what you just said, Mr. Lego. Kevin Samuels was very careful about what he put out there. He put exactly what he wanted to be heard out there. If you go directly to his channel, he puts exactly what you need to see. It's not him breaking up and clipping his videos. It's other people, and then they go and watch those people's videos, and then they make assumptions. So no, there are a lot of people, even in my own videos, I talk about a lot of different stuff. If somebody chooses to edit and clip my video to show a different message, and then people are too lazy to go and watch the entire video, that is not my fault. I said what I had to say.
That's right.
If you didn't get the whole message,
it's just like when you buy, let me say something real quick. Just like when you buy something, there's instructions. If you choose not to read the instructions, then whose fault is that? The person who made the product or the person who bought it? So just because, and remember, we're adults, we're not kids. So kids are the ones who are not as responsible to not follow something in whole, because their brain is something where they only got, about a few seconds. But as adults, we have to mature up and look at the bigger picture. So if you see something that, wow, that clip was foul, let me go watch the whole video. You should make time. If you decide not to make time, then you're the one that's immature. So that's not the person who's making a video's fault. If when you watch the whole video and you still have the same analogy that you've seen with the clip, then that's a fair choice to be like, okay, this is what I get from it. But if you're not even taking the time of the day, then what's the point of you even being on YouTube?
Lady Di, it is the person that makes his fault, because at the end of the day, they made it. So if I spill some shit on the floor and somebody slip on it, I can't turn around and say, well, you shouldn't walk on it. No, I'm the one that put it out there. So if I put a piece of content out there and it pisses somebody off, I can't say, well, you didn't watch the rest of it. I specifically and meticulously put this one piece of content out there that was 1 minute. If it takes somebody an hour to understand where I come from or what I believe in, I don't need to be putting 1 minute clips out there because that's going against the integrity of my brand, if that's the case.
So if you have something on the floor, right? That's the analogy you use. Whose fault? You didn't look.
You know what? Hold on, real quick. Let me say this. Mr. Lego is the type
that's on the floor that you flipped on.
Let me get in here. Mr. Lego.
Y'all gotta let Chanel get in there. Y'all gotta let Chanel.
With that type of mentality, Mr. Lego, sadly, you are the type of person. If I was a pastor, and I've just read one goddamn script, excuse my language, and I read one scripture said, "Thou shalt not kill."
Good point.
And you went in the military and you got your fucking head blown off because you didn't want to pick your weapon up and kill nobody. You're gonna come back and say to God in heaven, saying, "Oh, well, he told me not to kill. I'm not supposed to go and learn the whole concept behind when to use my self-defense." Come on, man.
It's the same thing with politicians.
That was a very
you gotta understand.
That was a very well given example.
Let me get Chanel in there. Let me get Chanel. Hold on.
That was a great example. That was a great example, Bruiser. I totally agree with that. And also, Mr. Let Go, some things that you've said just now today can be clipped and turned into something that you don't want.
Women are children.
Anybody can say something and it turns into
women are children. Then everybody gonna like, oh, he's a pedophile.
Women do stupid shit, and because women do stupid shit, so come on, man.
I'm okay with that though.
So wait a minute.
I'm not gonna get mad at that.
One thing I do want to say about the Manosphere, as ugly as it's turned into today, I've never seen men so confident since the Manosphere has opened up on YouTube. I think men have finally gotten a strong voice where media was taken away. And just a few shows ago, there was a topic about Black men controlling their own narrative. And I think the Black Manosphere is Black men controlling their own narrative. Finally, as a woman, I can see what Black men really think. I can hear and learn and understand. And before I was married, I took some of those advices and I applied it to my own life. So it really helped me as a woman. So I'm not gonna sit here and fully agree that, oh, the Manosphere or red pill is bad. There are some bad apples. And I do believe some people take it to the extreme where they say like, all women are dumb and wrong, which I totally don't agree with. But I think what it started off to be and what its main purpose is really uplifting Black men, or at least the Black Manosphere, uplifting Black men. And we can finally hear what we want. We finally wanted them to talk, and now they're talking. And now we don't want to listen to them anymore.